Yeah, hello, my name's Hithin Noble, and yes, I'm very glad to be on Vibe today. I'm a fourth year medical student at the University of Manchester, and last year, alongside my best friend Maria, who's also a fourth year medical student, we co-founded our sort of non-profit organization, Scrubbed Up. So we essentially started Scrubbed Up in May 2020 to be a website to help prospective medical students, and something that we felt we really wanted to do as sort of like a lockdown project. But from there, it's sort of really expanded, and now we're officially a non-profit organization, and we have a national audience now, which is fantastic. So our work now reaches not only to prospective students, and we do a lot of work helping students, especially from a widening participation background, get into medical school. So offering quite a lot of free services, whether that's free interviews, that's personal statement services, and not only that, but we also expanded our work in supporting current students in alongside their medical journey. We also work with some really cool organizations, some really sort of large organizations as well. For example, the RAF, Macmillan, and we've done a lot of charity campaigns, national ones as well, and something that I'd really like to talk to you guys about today. So I think Scrublet's main goal is to provide a sort of one-stop shop to all things medical school, and be cater for all things, I guess, medical school, to be honest with you. For example, prospective students and current students. I think how we work and how I like to work is that if I see a gap in something that is not being done before, and it's in or problems that need to be addressed, then I think that's where we come in essentially, because there's a lot of organizations that do a lot of great things, especially within the field that I work in. But I think with Scrubbed Up, we want to be a bit different. So we started Scrubbed Up initially to be the website because a lot of people, I myself included, are not social media people. And a lot of people who are influencers, they are fantastic. They're really, really cool. And I take a lot of inspiration from them, but not all of us can be. So I wanted a website and I wanted a platform for the individual medical student to have a voice. And collectively, these individuals become quite a powerful voice. And that's why Scrubbed Up sort of started. And it's been fantastic in terms of how many people have got involved, because my organization is run purely on the kindness of people's hearts in terms of people volunteering their time, whether it's on our projects or whether that's dedicating an article for us. And all the team, including myself and Mara, we're all full-time medical students. So we all balance this alongside sort of our studies. So it is sort of a juggling act in a sense. Essentially, I started Scrubbed Up because it's something I wish I had when applying, essentially, to have the sort of, because when I applied to medical school, I really didn't have anyone to look up to, or didn't really have, because it's quite a daunting process. So and this was the same for Maria, and we both had individual reasons, but then we wanted a website to provide the sort of realistic insight to what it's like to be at medical school. That being the first thing, and secondly, what I alluded to earlier regarding I wanted the individual medical student to have a voice, because something I learned at medical school, and that just applies to all university courses, is that individuals at university are so different. They come from also different backgrounds, all different experiences, and I don't think I found a platform that really reflected that. And I wanted Scrubbed Up to really represent and the collective nature of what universities like. I always say this, and me and Mario both say this: Scrubbed Up wouldn't be Scrubbed Up if it wasn't set up in Manchester. Just the people that have got involved have been fantastic. I mean, just articles, the amount of support that myself and Mario received from not only the university, but from faculty, but from students themselves, just relating to why we started Scrubbed Up in terms of being this collective platform for both prospective, current students, and encouraging people to help one another. And I think that really stems from Manchester being such a friendly city. And I think the student base in Manchester being so friendly and wanting to sort of support each and everyone. And I think, yeah, if Scrubbed It wasn't started in Manchester, I don't think it would have worked as well as it has done. Yeah, I think the support we've got has been brilliant, and the amount of time people have, like, for example, just recently this weekend, we'd had our first in-person event, sort of running sort of mock interviews for prospective students. The amount of volunteers that dedicated the whole day. And I think it takes me back at how much support and how much time people are willing to give for the organization. I think is a testament of what Manchester student base and what young people in Manchester are like. Biggest piece of advice is make that jump. You will not regret it. Like, it is scary. I was I was gonna swear there, but I won't. But I was really, really terrified when I first started Scrubbed Up. Me and Mario both were, for the little things, and we did not think about the biggest picture. And starting something like this, and it really helps you not only just as an individual, but you grow in more ways than none. For example, this year I'm currently at Imperial College London studying, I'm intercalating, which means I'm doing an extra degree and I'm going back to do medical school, going back to Manchester to finish medical school. And I would never have done that if it wasn't for Scrubbed Up. And it's weird how the opportunities that Scrubbed Up's provided me when actually I was never even seeking it. And literally I started Scrubbed Up to help other people. And essentially it really helped me in ways I never thought it would, both as a person and I can't encourage anyone more to make that jump because honestly it's life changing and I've in more ways than none. So yeah, making that, but then the challenge is making that first initial jump, because if you have an idea, and there's so many people have such great ideas and are and don't make that initial step, and that initial step is the most terrifying. But my advice is, yes, it's difficult, yes, it's challenging, I know that for a fact. Everyone has their individual challenges, but making an initial step and making that sort of risk, taking that risk, is really, really worthwhile. And I think I'm an example of the fact that it does work. Taking that risk is worthwhile. So, see, like Manchester, again, I think as an individual, when I started university, I was quite shy, I really was quite immature in terms of just, I really wasn't myself. And I think Manchester really helped me become my true self, just because it allowed me to be the individual I can be and just have no shame in that, really. I think Manchester is a really, really friendly city. I could not recommend Manchester more as a student. I'm in London this year and I miss Manchester so much. I think I'm definitely Manchester over London, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I love the city of Manchester. It's a fantastic city, not only to be a student in, but to run an organization in as well, because the support you get is amazing, amazing. And yes, as a student, I've grown so much. I would attribute a lot of that to Manchester, the people I've met, because yeah, I certainly wouldn't be the individual I am today if it wasn't for the fact that I studied at the University of Manchester. Yeah, no, thank you guys. Thank you, Vi, for having me. And yeah, goodbye.